Tilt you down a little bit. Hey folks, doing another episode of Songwriting Corner. This one's streaming live, so the video quality will be a little bit less than the normal, but I need your feedback, so I'm doing this live, hoping that a few brave souls will show up to the chat. Mild Frank is here. Yo, what's up? Let me know you can see and hear me. So I've got this song. I can't decide what key to sing it in and how to groove it, and I got to get it ready because we're tracking tomorrow, and I like the chorus, and I need to figure out verses, so y'all help me out. So here's the original way I wrote it. There's just this chorus that I wrote. It's in B. I'm trying to decide between B and D. So here we go. So here's the chorus. Well, life is one big disappointment. Well, then maybe I'm doing this thing right. But if there's something bigger that it points to, then I'll get back up and fight. 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 So that's the chorus. And I like that it's chill, but I think I'd like it to have more energy and also be a little less folk, Americana, and a little more soulful, which is mostly in how I play it. But so here, when I played it in D, which so in D, it felt a little more interesting. But in life is one big disappointment. Well, then maybe I'm doing this thing right. But if there's something bigger that it points to, then I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. So now I'm kind of torn. Yeah, it needs to probably be non-guitar Sam because a lot of the other ones I've written, but we're tracking tomorrow, and I gotta get this done and charted. I've got 3 that I like. So I wonder if I should just put the guitar down. All right, let's do that. All right. Which key, though? The D felt a little high. And I don't want to be too high, because I don't sound good when I sing too high. Let's switch views for you folk who want to see more of the stuff. All right. Will likes it in D. You're right, I had more energy. Okay, D it is. All right, everybody likes the D. Great. You fine. So how are we gonna do this? C might be a good idea too, Will. I'll try it. Let's get a tempo. So it's jumping between 130. Let's try 132. D flat. All right, now you're just telling me all the keys. I'm doing this thing right. But if there's some... Let's try it and see. Tell me if C has the same energy you liked in D, but... Life is one big disappointment. Well, maybe I'm doing this thing right. I think that's it. But if there's something greater that it points to, then I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. Do a rendition of both. I don't have time for both. I don't have time for both. Let's try C. C feels good. Okay, thank you. Put some headphones on. Let's just build it. Okay. All right, let's get some beat going. This is different, Marco. This isn't Ask Joe, buddy. I'm writing a song. Ask Joe's Tuesdays. This is just regular old streaming. Alright, let's get that quarantized. Doodly-doo. Doodly-doo. Oops. Let's loop that. Just real quick, produce a little bit of something. Oops. Let's quantize that. I like quantizing stuff. Gets it all in time and stuff. Let's just try to build something. I'm just gonna keep looping. I'm just gonna keep recording stuff. My low ums always get out of tune. Let's just tune that before we move forward. Everything else should be better in tune, but that one always gets a little. Let's just tune me up so I'm beautiful. Look how beautiful I am. Render that junk. Yoink. Hang on, let me run these through. Hold on, loop 3 and 4 and 5 need to go through. Background vocal bus that I need to EQ because you're gonna be too thick otherwise. Yoink. Get nice and thick, or less thick. Let's do that one again. Try that again. Maybe I'm doing this thing right, but is there something greater that it points to? Then I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. Get back up and fight. Let's do a couple higher ones. But life is one big disappointment. But maybe I'm doing this thing right. Do it two more. But if there's something greater that it points to, then I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. Do another one. Fight. Let's do it. Let's just do this. All right, so that's our chorus-ish for now. How do I change your name? Change your name, change your name, change your name. Over here. can't type. Do. All right, so come on. Well, it's technically A minor. The song's in B. So yeah, this is just a. I'm not producing it per se. I'm just giving myself something to sing along to. Need to figure out the verses though. So what I'll probably do is duplicate this out, and then man, the screen's so small to have it small for you guys. And then cut the vocals. So now I got to figure out lyrics and verses and all that fun stuff. Thanks for hanging out, Jim. So life is one big disappointment. Well, then maybe I'm doing this thing right. Yeah. But if there's something greater that it points to, then I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. It's not the. I don't wanna look. I don't wanna see what's under the hood. I don't wanna look. I don't wanna see what's under the hood. I don't wanna be. That I feel a big disappointment, but maybe I'm doing this thing right. One big disappointment. Maybe I'm doing this thing right, but if there's something back up and fight. Get back up and fight. Then I don't wanna be. I don't wanna see what's under the hood. I need to put the guitar down. I can't. I don't wanna look. I don't wanna see what's underneath the hood. I don't wanna be understood. Here's the lyrics if you like. I don't know. Don't wanna be misunderstood. Oh, it was coming together, and then it's just. I've tried this song several different times, and it's just not happening. What's up, Johnny? I don't want to look. I don't want to see what's under the hood. I don't want to be anything but good. I don't wanna lie. I don't wanna see what's under the hood. I don't wanna be anything but good, like I should. But something's there. Let me just, like I should. Something's there, and I act like I don't care. It's kind of this idea of like my car's making a noise, and I'm just ignoring it and turn the radio up because I don't want to take it to the shop because it might be expensive, and that's painful. So that's the idea. And I act like... How do I get back to the right? I don't know what that means. All right. Cool. Thank y'all for the... I'm probably not going to read all your comments because it's distracting, but thank you. But something's there, and I act like I... So this first verse will be that the loop, verse 2 drums. But something's there, act like I don't care. Let's see. I don't wanna see what's under the hood. Let's try it again. I don't wanna look. I don't wanna see what's under the hood. I don't wanna be anything but good, like I should. But something's there, and I act like I don't care. If you do, then I don't dare. But life is one big disappointment, and maybe I'm doing this thing right. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. I don't want to look. I don't want to see what's under the hood. I don't want to be anything but good, like I should. Something's there. And I act like I don't care. Now we could rhyme it with underwear. Haven't done that in a song yet. Something's there. So something's there. I act like I don't care. It's too many. It's too much rhyming, but I gotta stick with it now. I'm too far in. Act like I don't care. And see this over there. Something's there. And I act like I don't care. And I let this thing unaware, blissfully unaware. Blissfully unaware, that sounds like smart words. Unaware. Just don't care. Yeah, I might throw a just in there. Blissfully unaware. It's killing me. But it's killing me. We're going to change the last rhyme. But it's killing me. And we'll go back up here. How about if that was instead of I don't want to be anything but good. And can't be. And I can't be. And the next one says it's killing me. Ooh, that's I say ooh, that's good. Like how narcissistic do you have to be? Let's see. Okay, so let's do but can be. Okay, so that's actually just 3 rounds of the loop. So we can get rid of all these suckers. And then move this dude here, and then repeat this dude like that. So now we got something to work with. See if it sounds good. Oh, like I should be. That might be a good one too. All right, I'll try both. Here we go. Sorry, I'm starting the loop. There we go. I wanna look. I don't wanna see what's under the hood. I don't wanna be anything but good. And I can't be. Drums in. Something's there. And I act like I don't care. I'm blissfully unaware. And it's killing me. And it's killing me. So then it goes in the chorus. So the verse progression is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 1, 1, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 5. I think that's the progression. It's close enough for what we're doing right now. And it's killing me. But if life is one big disappointment, well, then maybe I'm doing this thing right. But if there's something greater that it points to, then I'll get Okay. I'll get back up and fight. What a big disappointment. Maybe I'm doing this thing right, but if there's something greater that it points to, then I'll get back up and fight. Get back up and fight. Alright, so now we go to verse 2 or 3, which will just be one verse before a chorus. Alright, it's going well. I don't want to lose the momentum. We gotta get a verse 3 going. So I don't. It's a verse. I don't want to a lot of times I'll rehash verse 1 and 2 on the third verse. Do a reggae version, perfect. So I don't want to look. I don't want to see what's under the hood. I don't want to be anything but good, and I can't be. But something's there, and I act like I don't care, blissfully unaware, and it's killing me. If life is one big disappointment, then maybe I'm doing this right. But if there's something bigger that it points to, then I'll get back up and fight. So maybe something about being knocked down in verse 3. Maybe I could say it knocked me down. It knocked me down. Else was around, and it laughed at me. Ooh, and it laughed at me. So this bully mindset, but it being life. It knocked me down. It knocked me down, and it pushed my face into the ground. What else? It knocked me down. Something on the ground. And no one else was around, and it laughed at me. It knocked me down. Left me bleeding on the ground. There's some. On the ground in a fetal position. She being life. See, if I did that, everyone would say, "Oh, Pam knocked you out," and she'll be like, "Why'd you write that about me?" And I'll be like, "It's not you, it's life." But you know, bleeding. I could say you. See, I'm thinking about life and the third person in the chorus. Life is one big disappointment. So I'm saying it knocked me down, left me bleeding on the ground. No one was around. It laughed at me. It's like the idea of, especially when I'm alone, that's when the lies come out. Kicked me around. I already have a round in there, so let's see. So let's try it. Let's try to go verse 3 into a chorus. See if we can make that work. Up and fight. It knocked me down. Left me bleeding on the ground. And when no one was around, who had laughed at me. But if life is one big disappointment, then maybe I'm doing this thing right. But if there's something bigger that it points to, then I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up. All right, we're at where are we? How far are we into the song? We are at 2.5 at the end of that chorus, and I wouldn't mind repeating that part again. And making that the new, maybe this will be chorus B. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right about a bridge. I haven't had a bridge in several songs. Back up and fight, fight. And get back up and fight. And get back up and fight. And get back up and fight. And never was to fight it. And never was. And never was much of a fighter. And never was much of a fighter. Okay, what if? Sorry, I've been watching Jiminy Glick a lot, and what if? So, let's say, for argument's sake, let's bring the verse part back over, and we'll call this bridge. What if we just did a bridge that was simple? Because I like the idea of this album, this EP, is to be fairly instrumental. Not instrumental, but fairly kind of different. So, like, I don't want as much singing as some cool things happening. So what if the bridge was just, I never was much of a fighter. And then the chorus is like, but if there's something bigger going on here, I'll get up and fight. So then like, it just this big loop thing of like, but I never was much of a fighter. I never was much of a fighter. Big ambient. No, I never was. That might be lazy. Is that lazy or is that cool? You won't hurt my feelings if you say lazy, because I'm lazy. I think I'm lazy. So it's a 2 minor to 6 minor. Yup, what? Yep, it's lazy. It's almost like never was much of a fighter into some cool like instrumental stuff happening that builds up, and then it's like, phew. All right, you think I'm lazy? All right. And never was much of a fighter. No, I never was. Yeah, and I never was much of a fighter. I get knocked down, but I get up again. I get knocked down, but I get back up again. You're never gonna keep me down, Chumbawamba. But I never was much of a fighter. No, I never was much of a fighter. I never was much of a fighter. But I'm fighting out. Much of a fighter. No, I never was much of a fighter. No, I never was much of a fighter. But I'm fighting out. But I'm fighting out. But I never was much of a fighter. But I never was much of a fighter. But I never was much of a fighter. Much of a fighter. Much of a fighter. But life is one big disappointment. Then maybe that's a cool idea. Okay. See, we'll just turn this into a thing. We'll just be repeat. There'll be some cool instrument. We'll leave room for stuff to happen. But I never was much of a fighter. No, I never was much of a fighter. All right, now, could that part continue repeating when the chorus comes back in? That's the big question. So the chorus stuff I have here, because that would make for an epic last chorus. Instead of the typical down chorus where it's like, big disappointment, and then build back in. That's just, I'm expecting that, but what if it did? But I never was much of a fighter. But I never was much of a fighter. But I never was much of a fighter. That's not quite a fighter. All right, hang on. Here's what we gotta do. I gotta record this vocal first, and then see if, and then record the other on top of it. Otherwise, I'll never know. So let's do that real quick. Lead vocal. But if life is one big disappointment, well, then maybe I'm doing this thing right. But if there's something big... Oh, hang on, that's not the right lyric. But if this all points to something bigger, then I'll get back up and fight. 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 Okay, so that's there, and then... And never was much of a fighter. And I never was much of a fighter. And I never was one big much of a fighter. Fighter. And I never was. Tell you what, I can't sing it, but let me sing that part. Xbox. Let me duplicate that. Let me sing the bridge real quick. Give me a bar. Yeah. And I never was much of a fighter. And I never was much of a fighter. Let's try that. Loop it from a bar before. So, let me just, one moment, please. And life is one big much of a fighter. They don't work. What if it was off-centered? Like, Now I'm just grasping at straws. Or I could just change. Obviously I could change the bridge to match the chorus better.
But life is one big disappointment. Much of a fighter, but maybe I'm never was much of a fighter.
Yeah, offset them and then maybe. So it's so close.
And never was much of a fighter. Much of a fighter. Never was much of a fighter. Never was much of a fighter. Never was.
Let me just sing it on the other one.
But never was one big much of a fighter.
Not the same line.
But maybe I'm doing much of a fighter. But if this all points to something bigger, much of a fighter. But I never was much of a fighter.
I could do that, and then that would be interesting. Let's try that. Let me just all the way through the bridge.
Never was much of a fighter, and I never was much of a fighter, and I never was much of a fighter, and I never was much of a fighter. Never was much of a maybe I'm doing this, and never was much of a fighter.
That's, I don't know if that's cool or not.
But life is one big disappointment. Never was much of a maybe I'm doing this, and never was.
I'd love it to be in between phrases. Let me just move. Whoop, let me move this one over.
Life is one big. But life is one big disappointment. Much of a fighter, but maybe I'll never win this thing.
Okay, that's the one. So for the, let me get a guitar in here. Let's get this on here. So it's a crappy guitar. Let's just do it.
And never was.
Sing into the mic, dummy.
And I never was much of a fighter. much of a fighter, and never was much of a fighter.
Okay, so now let me do that again.
And I never was much of a fighter, and I never was much of a fighter.
So then if I make you go, nope, come here.
And I never was a fighter, and I never was one big disappointer. And maybe I'm never a fighter, and I never been disappointed, much of a fighter. But maybe I'm never much of a fighter. But if this all points to something bigger, then I'll get back up and fight. 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 And life is one big disappointment. But maybe I'm doing this right. But if this all points to something bigger, then I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. Get back up and fight.
That's getting kind of cool.
Get back up and fight.
Just not have that last phrase be there. That's kind of interesting. I mean, it's just a delay, but I.
When life is one big disappointment, but maybe I'm doing this right. But if this all points to something bigger, then I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. Get back up and fight.
Okay, I think we've written a song. Let me do the vocal from the beginning. So I've got that there, and then we'll call it a day. I need lyrics. There they are.
I don't wanna look, I don't wanna see what's underneath the hood. I don't wanna be anything but good. Ooh, and I can't be, but something's there, and I act like I don't care.
Okay, I need to drop a guitar in here because it was super bare. Let's record it on my. No, I'll lay it down here. How did I do it the first time? goes 4/5 both times. That's what I didn't do. Turn up this pre. Just for this part. You know what? Never mind. Forget this. I'm just gonna play and sing. This is not gonna be. Doesn't need to be a real good recording. Let me turn that back down. I never let. Here we go. Wrong track. I didn't have the lyrics up. Sheesh. I don't wanna look, don't wanna see what's under the hood. I don't wanna be anything but good, and I can't be. But then, come on, JoJo. And I can't be, but something's there, and I act like I don't care, blissfully unaware, and it's killing me. But life is one big disappointment. Then maybe I'm doing this thing right. But if there's something greater that it points to, then I'll get back up and fight, and get back up and fight, and knock me down. Move the lyrics so I can see the screen. Let's stay palm muted for the chorus too. And it's killing me. But in life, A minor, dummy. Killing me. But in life is one big disappointment. And maybe I'm doing this thing right. But if there's something... No, that's not the right lyric. I'm doing this thing right. But if this all points to something bigger, then I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. Knock me down. Come on, Joe. Sing your song. Fight bigger, then I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. And knock me down. It's C. Go to the one. Go to the one. Then I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. And knock me down. Left me bleeding on the ground, and no one else was around. Ooh, laughed at me. If life is one big disappointment, then maybe I'm doing this thing right. But if this all... Sing the words, JoJo. I'm doing this thing right. But if this all points to something bigger, then I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up and fight. I'll get back up
was much of a fighter, and I never was much of a fighter, and I never was much of a fighter, and I never was much of a fighter. But if life is one big disappointment, well then maybe I'm doing this thing right. But if this all points to something bigger, then I'll get back up and fight. 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 I'll get back up and fight.
Well, that was sloptastic, but I think we got it all down.
Was much of a fighter, and I never was much of a fighter,
I like that melody there.
and I never was much of a fighter. Life is one big disappointment, well then maybe I'm
So I sang the melody on that, on the bridge. I sang it the way I originally wrote it, and then sorry, I don't know if I'm too loud. And then on the chorus, I changed that last note to fit the chorus. So, okay, cool. So thanks everybody for hanging out. I think I'm done. For those of you who made it live last minute notice, thank you. I think we have ourselves a song. I got to go get it printed and move on because I'm busy. If any of you are coming to the event tomorrow here in Nashville, 2-day tracking session, we're going to track this song and a bunch of others. I know I saw at least one person here who's coming. Will Paxton's coming. Anybody else? If you can make it to Nashville, I got a ticket or two left. Hit me up, joe@homestudiocorner.com. Otherwise, we'll, my brain's gone. I gotta go. See ya.